So we're just going to start. I've been doing this every week and I think it's helpful. So bear with me. We're only going to do it for 30 seconds, but it's a thymus gland tap. And what it does is it relieves anxiety and also, come to seated if you're not seated. It relieves anxiety and it also opens up our immunity. Our immunity is held in the thymus gland right here in the chest. And so what you'll do is you'll tap your chest like you're fearless, like you're a gorilla. We're just going to do a little bit of tapping here and breathing into that, just 30 seconds. So inhaling here, exhaling. And then softly close your eyes and place your hands over your heart. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just notice if anything has changed. If you feel a little more grounded. And then we'll softly blink open our eyes. And the first pose we'll do is lying down. We'll do a little bit of breath work. So I want you to grab one of your blankets and roll it up. I'm going to show you. You want it rolled up like a tube, kind of like this. So not too thick. So if you have a very thick blanket, you're just going to roll it up halfway like this. Because it's going to go right underneath our shoulders. It's going to allow us to open up the heart. So you place that blanket onto your mat. Once you have it rolled, you'll come down and you'll lay so that it's right below the armpits. And then your arms are stretching out wide like a T, and you're just relaxing on your back with your legs long. So let's see, I'm just going to take a look and make sure. So it should feel comfortable, and then you're just lifting your heart. And let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. One more time like that. Deep inhale into the chest, lifting. Exhale, soften the belly. And the legs should be stretched long and we're relaxing here. And tune in to how the breath is moving the body. Notice as the breath expands the chest and how the body softens when you exhale. And then we'll take one more regular breath before moving into our pranayama work here. So the pranayama work today is going to be an even breath. We'll inhale for the count of 4, pause at the top, and exhale for a count of 4. So everyone take a regular breath and a regular exhale. And starting inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Regular breath in, regular breath out. And another counting breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Regular breath out. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Regular breath in and regular breath out. So at any point while you're doing this practice today and you start to feel distracted or caught up in thought, you can just come back to that counting breath and it will center you in the pose. So on your own time now, Just breathing into the body. And now with bent knees. So knees are bent. We'll bring them up to the top. Just bent at an angle. We're going to do some dynamic twists here. So legs go over together to the left, and then up to center and to the right. And you can do this in your own time. Just back and forth, side to side, opening up the low back. Let's do it 2 more times here. Last time through. And then we'll plant the feet. We're going to come over to our left side, and the hands are going to come together like you're clapping them. And then we'll open out wide. And with the roll under there, it should allow you to open the upper back. So out wide and then back together. Just dynamically here, moving on your own time. There's no rush. If you want to move faster, you can move faster, or if you want to move very slow, you move slow. And that's the nature of this practice. You're just listening to your own body and moving how you feel best. So last time like this, when your hands meet, this time you're going to circle the arm out overhead and come back around. And again, like that, overhead and back around. One more time in this direction. And then we'll reverse it a couple of times. Reversed. And then when your hands meet again, you'll pause and you'll roll over to the other side. And we'll do that dynamic opening again, opening out wide and coming back together. Using the breath and moving at your own pace. One more time. And when your hands meet, you'll do the circling up overhead and all the way around the body. 3 times. And after the third, you'll switch directions. And after the third time, you'll come back to your back. Plant the feet. We'll do one more pose like this, just windshield wipering the legs from left to right, just starting to open the hips. So the feet are very wide. They're wider or as wide as your mat. And you're just windshield wipering left to right. And the next time you get to the left side, you'll pause. And if you like, only if you like, you can place that foot on top of the leg to deepen the pose. It hurts some people's knees, and if it hurts at all, you just don't do it. Breathing here. And if you crossed, uncross and come over to the opposite side. And if you like, you can cross again. And this is another thing to note, is that both sides of the body are totally different, and it might hurt on one side and not the other, so you can try, and if it hurts, you just come out. And so if you cross, release, bring the knees up to the top. We'll roll over to our left sides and slowly come up to seated. I'm just going to put the dog away. All right, so come up to seated. For a lot of us, it's very helpful to have a little bit of cushion under us. The elevated height allows us to not round when we're in a forward bend. So I folded my towel like a square, and I put it under my seat, and then I come on to an easy cross-legged position. Have your other towel close by. We'll need it in a second. We're just gonna start with some seated cat-cow. So grabbing the knees, rounding the back, coming back, and arching the back, coming forward. We'll do that a few times through. And last time through. One more round and one more arch, and then come up to neutral. We'll clasp the hands at the top and stretch here. And then side bend. So rooting down into the hip, and then come up to center, side bend to the left. Rooting into the right hip here. One more time. Opposite side. And then back up to center and opposite side. Release the hands. Roll the shoulders for one time through, and then we'll twist. We'll use our left arm on our left knee and twist to the right. And then reverse, right arm on right knee, twisting to the left. And come back to center. So now we're gonna do a half eagle arm. Some people may like to do full eagle arm. I'm gonna show you half. Switch your cross first. All right, so half eagle arm, we're gonna bend our arm at a right angle. We did this last week. We're gonna do it again. I think it's nice for the back body. We thread our left arm through and you stretch here. If you want to come to full eagle arm, you're just going to cross. Breathing here. One more breath. Release, roll the shoulders, and we'll switch sides. Left arm's an angle, right arm threads through. And again, full, you're just gonna cross the palms together. One more breath, and release. All right, then first yin pose we're gonna do is butterfly. I'm gonna demo it really quick. There's a couple of ways to set yourself up. First, have your pillow out in front. We'll use it to prop the head if that feels good. For stiff body people, you want to just place 2 rolled up blankets right under the thighs. Our feet, move the pillow so you can see my feet. Our feet are together, but they're not way tucked up into the groin. They're out further to make it more comfortable since we're going to hold it for a period of time. So then you're going to either place your blankets under your knees to support you, or you can fold your blanket in a roll, wrap it on top of the feet, and let it come up under. And that gives you a little more space here. If you're more open in the hips, I would recommend this way. I'm more open in the hips, so I'm going to do it that way. So I'll allow everybody to get into it with their props. And once we're settled here, have your pillow out front. We'll take an inhale up tall and just fold over the feet. And at this point, your pillow can grab your head. It's very nice to be restful in the pose with the head just supported on something. So that's what the pillow is for. Inhaling here, making sure you're at a level 5 out of 10. You need to adjust, just come a little out. That's perfectly fine. We're gonna hold this pose for 1 minute. Coming back to the breath. Last inhale here. Exhale, slowly roll up. We'll stretch our legs long, move the props out of the way, and just bounce out your feet. The next series that we'll do are going to be on our belly. So I'm going to have everybody watch me, and I'm going to demo the poses through, and then I'll talk you through. So this is just watch. First, since we're on our belly, I'm just going to recommend that you stretch a blanket out over your mat so that you're comfortable. So one of your blankets is covering your mat. It'll support us. Have your pillow up at the top. And so the first, and then have your strap. So the first pose we're going to do is have the pillow within reach. We'll start with low cobra coming here. So low cobra is when we stretch and arching back. We can lift up our hands to see exactly where we should be. So if I push way up and I release and I have to come down, that's how I know I've gone to my edge. So here I'm holding. So we'll be here, just holding here. And after that, we'll take our strap, drape it across our low back, and we'll do a supported Shavasana pose. So I'm just going to start with the feet on the ground and lifting up into the stretch. It's a really nice chest stretch. So you can have the strap very close. If you have a lot of openness in your shoulders, you're closer. If you're tight in your shoulders, you're going to hold wider. So we'll do that one, and we'll rest for a minute, and then we'll lift the legs and do it, and it'll be a really nice stretch in the chest. And then after that, we're going to do Bowtie Pose. So that's where we need our pillow. And Bowtie is where we cross our arms and lay on top. And it gives us a really nice stretch in the upper body. So you'll thread your right arm under your left, and you'll have your pillow close by, and you'll just lay on top. And then we'll reverse it after that. Do I have any questions? No. Okay, so starting on our bellies, pillow and strap are just close by. We're going to set up for low cobra. Hands are right under the shoulders and just lifting. Release the hands and see where you are. And then place them back down. And then release and place the head to one side and rest. And then we'll do that again, just low cobra. And release and place the head to the opposite side. And now we'll grab the strap, drape it across the low back. And then you'll grab the strap with the hands, and we'll push the feet into the ground and pull the strap up and back. Breathing here. Release, head to one side, relax. And one more time like that. This time you have the option to lift the feet as you lift the arms. Breathing here. And release. Release the head to the opposite side. And then we'll set up for Bowtie Pose. So just have your pillow close by to support your head. And you'll thread the left arm under and cross the right arm on top. And then you just fold over your arms so the weight of your body is resting on those arms. And the head just relaxes onto the pillow. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute here. Stay with the breath. And softly come out. Just stretch the arms long and the head to one side here before we go to the other side. You might want to bend the knees and sway them from side to side. Just want to take a pause before we go into the other side. And then we'll switch, and we had left arm on, right arm under or over last time. I can't remember. I think that's right, yeah. So left arm goes on top and right arm on the bottom, and then folding over. Last breath here. And then come up and unwind. Stretching the arms long, head to one side. And then you can bend the knees up and just sway them from side to side if that feels good, or you can just rest in stillness here. And then we'll come up to seated. And I'll demo the next movement. So the next thing we'll do is a sequence with the strap. So everybody have their straps. We're going to do leg stretches with the strap. So everybody just watch and I'll move through it. Again, we want our props. One rolled up blanket on each side to catch our legs as we go. So I'm going to start. So just watch and I'll go through very quickly and then we'll move through slowly. So we start with both legs into the strap and we're just resting here, pressing. And then we'll take it dynamically and spread the feet wide and press into the strap and come together. We'll do that a few times. Then we'll do a dynamic happy baby with the strap just to open up and warm ourselves up for the longer hold. Then we'll do just one leg up. The bottom leg is either long, or if you have low back issues, it's going to be bent. And we'll do a little bit of dynamic movement with the foot here. And then we'll go out to the side. And this is where you'll want your blanket. We're out to the side here. And then we'll come up to the top. We'll do another little bit of dynamic movement for the outer hip. And then if your leg is long, is bent, you're going to extend it long. And we'll come across. And I've placed my pillow so that it can grab my foot, which feels kind of nice to have it supported. For me, it might not feel good for you. You may like to be the whole way, or if this feels like it's too tight, you're just going to bend that knee and rest here. Like if it's way too much work, just bend and that'll be more supportive. All right, and then we'll switch to the other side. So do I have any questions on that sequence? If not, just go to your backs and we'll start with both feet into the strap. Making sure your props are close. And again, it's nice to have that blanket under your back so that the head is a bit supported, since we'll be on our backs for a little bit of time. So pressing both feet into the strap. And our arms are completely relaxed. So the elbows are bent, our shoulders are relaxing onto the mat. And just starting here, noticing how this feels. If it feels like it's very tight to have the legs extended closer to the nose, you just move them back towards the bottom of the mat, or you can bend the knees a little bit. Make sure you're comfortable. And now we'll just start to press and widen the feet, allowing the strap to open as far as you want. And then you push and come back to center. And again, like that, going at your own time and your own depth. You're not trying to mimic me or anyone else that might be doing this in your home. You're just listening to your body and opening. And we'll do one more time like that, where we're spreading wide. And then let's start to do dynamic happy baby. So knees bend and press up into the strap. And then come back out wide, bending, using the strap to support, and coming back up. And when you get to the bottom, you can kind of hold if you like, or not. It's up to you. And one more time through, everybody. And now when we get to the top, we'll release the right leg. So here, either right leg is stretched long or it's bent. See what feels best. And the other thing you might check is whether you like the strap going over the heel of the foot or over the ball of the foot. And then we're just holding here. So tune into the breath. We're going to hold this for a minute. Last breath here. And now from here, we're going to stay with the leg extended and just start to rotate the foot to the left and the right. The leg is staying still, but we're just rotating the ankle to the left and to the right. And then you'll start to completely turn the leg. So you're spiraling in and spiraling out the hip in the socket. So externally rotating and internally rotating. And then next time you externally rotate and the foot goes out to the left, we'll grab the strap with the left hand, make sure your support is at your hip, and you'll come out to the left. You can use your elbow as a little bit of a kickstand here, and you're rooting that right hip into the ground. So only go as far as that hip can stay securely rooted onto the ground. Stay with the breath. One last inhale here. Exhale up to the top. We'll have the clasp in the right hand. We're just going to start by swaying the leg slightly across the body till you feel a stretch in the outer hip, and then come back to center. So it's just like 8 inches across, and then back up to center. For some of us, it might just be 2 or 3 inches. You're just going to sway till you feel that outer hip, and then come back. One more time. Come back. And now we'll stretch the left arm out wide, and then bring that leg completely across the body. Supta Hasta Padangusthasana 3. We're going to hold this one for 1 minute. Again, if it's too much, you can bend the knee. Last inhale here. On an exhale, bring the leg up to the top, release it, stretch it long, and just notice the difference in the sides. We'll breathe into that for a moment. And now we'll extend the left leg into the strap, and we'll do that check again. See where you like it. Maybe it's in the ball of the foot, maybe it's in the heel. And we're going to tune into what side of our body, so both sides of our bodies. So we're not going to try to meet the same exact sensation on each side. You just want to do what feels best for the body at any given time. We're holding here for 1 minute. And if you feel tension in the low back here, you're just going to bend the knee. Left knee would be bent. Otherwise, left leg is extended and completely relaxed. Arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. And now we'll start to turn the ankle to the right and to the left, back and forth. Noticing how the sensation changes to the shin and to the calf. And then start to rotate the foot, the leg in the socket to the left, to the right, external and internal. And then grab your prop from the right side, tuck it into the hip. We'll take the strap into the right hand, externally rotating out to the right, and we come all the way out. Breathing here. One last inhale. Exhale up to the top. And we'll do that swaying to the about 8 inches to the left across the body and back up to the top, just prepping the outer hip. Swaying to the left and back up. You don't allow your hips to lift up. They're grounded onto the floor. And last time, make sure your prop is in a place where it can catch your leg when it goes out to the side. We'll take the strap into the left hand, right arm goes out wide, and you come across the body with the leg. And again, if this feels too deep on this side, you just bend that knee, the top knee. Last inhale. Exhale, come back to your back, releasing the strap, stretching long. Noticing if you feel even now. And let's just bend the knees and take the windshield wiper again, just to release that work. And we'll roll up to seated. All right, so the next sequence we'll do is a half Shavasana. So it's like a straddle, but the leg is bent in. So we're gonna start on the left side. I'm just gonna demo this quickly. You'll have your pillow or your blanket close by on the outside of your leg. And that's gonna support your elbow as we come to the side bend. So we're just gonna bend up and over. You can extend the arm long. My bottom arm, I like to rest it on something so that I can support my head with my arm. And then I like to come and bend my arm, and then that clasp of the head allows me to really get into the side body. You can see what feels best for you. You might like to just be long here. You may not need this at all. You may just be able to stretch over the leg. See what feels best. We're going for a level 5 out of 10. So let's all start with the left knee bent into the groin. Right leg is stretched out wide. Your props are set up by your knees. Have them both handy, just in case. And then we'll take a deep inhale, and we'll bend over to the right side. Arm comes up and over long. And now at this point, if you want to support the head with the bottom hand, you can. If you want to bend, you can. And I'm just going to time us. We're going to hold this one for a minute. So if we don't go to our edge, we just allow the stretch over time to really lengthen the body, lengthen the fascia. If you go to your edge, it's just too much and you're not able to hold it. So if you've gone too far, just back out by coming slightly out, supporting yourself a little better, and then coming back into it. Trying your best to stay still. Last inhale here. Exhale, slowly come up to center. We'll bring the legs out front and just pedal them out a little bit. And then we'll go out to the left side. So left leg is long. Switch your props to the left side. And then we'll sweep the left arm and come over to the side. Right arm's lengthening long. And at this point, if you want to prop with your bottom arm or bend the top arm and support, I'm going to set the timer. And slowly start to release. Coming back up. All right, I just remembered I had a special request for a quad stretch. So we're gonna do that next. Come to your bellies. So hopefully your blanket is still under. You come to your belly. Go ahead and have the pillow at the top in case you want it for your head or for your arm to lay on. We're just gonna stretch our legs long and grab our back leg, back knee. So it's a thigh stretch. If you want, you can just rest your head on the pillow. We're just gonna hold the thigh stretch for about 30 seconds. We've had a lot of running this week, so our legs are sore. Last breath on this side. Release the leg. And we'll come to the other side. Bend your right arm. Grab your left leg. And then you can come down and rest your head on the side if that's helpful. Holding for 30 seconds here. Last breath here. Exhale, release. Just lay down on your belly for one breath. And then we'll come back up to seated so I can demo the next sequence. So the next one will be the last sequence that we have. We are going to start with it's going to be an IT band figure 4, and then we'll go into Gomukhasana legs and twisted roots. So I'm going to demo my right side. I'm going to have my pillow and my blanket close so that maybe my legs need to land on that. We'll start just in the figure 4 with the low back traction pressing into our thighs. We're going to start there. Then we're not going to go directly into figure 4. We're going to go into the IT band. So you grab with my left arm, I'm grabbing my right ankle, and I'm allowing my foot to come down. Some of us, maybe we don't need those props. Some of us might. So maybe your foot comes all the way to the ground and that's comfortable. Then from here, you can either use the right arm to press into thigh, or you can bring it up and overhead. That's grounding for some people. You can experiment with what feels best. We'll hold here. It's kind of like a pretzel stretch. So I just want to make sure everybody sees what I'm doing. And then we'll come back out, back up to figure 4. And then we'll have our straps. We're going to drape it across the bottom shin and hold here in figure 4. It's a very supportive way of holding figure 4. And if we have the strap, we can hold it for a longer period of time. So we'll hold there. Then we'll release the strap and we're going to just change it up into Gomukhasana legs, which is where we cross the legs deeply and we grab the feet or the shins. And that's a little bit of a deeper hip stretch. And then from there, we're going to go into twisted roots, which is arms out wide and the legs go all the way over. And you'll have your pillow. So if that's too deep, you're just going to let the pillow grab you. And that's a very comfortable way to hold that twist. All right. Do I have any questions? That's a lot. No questions? Okay. So have your pillow and your towel ready. Come onto your backs, bend your knees. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Press firmly into the thighs. So this is our other alternate for figure 4 when we get there. If you don't feel like taking figure 4, it's too much of a hip stretch for some people. You'll just stay here. So release that. And now we're going to do the IT band stretch. So you're going to grab your foot, your ankle, the right ankle, left arm, wrist grabs it, and then you bring it over and you either let it land on the pillow in the blanket or on the floor. And now if you want more pressure, you can just press into the thigh, or you can bring the arm long and overhead. And just breathing here. One more breath. Now slowly come back to center with the legs crossed. Grab your strap, bend your knees and bring that bottom knee up into the chest and lay the strap across the shin. And you'll just relax the upper body. Shoulders are on the ground, they're not reaching. You're just using the strap to help you stretch into the hip. And again, if this is too much, you're just going to come back to that level 1 that I showed you. Allowing the body to soften into the pose here. One more breath like this. And now just let go of the strap. You may want it when we get to Gomukhasana legs, but you're just going to cross your legs deeply from here. And then either grabbing the strap and draping it over, or grabbing the outer shins or the feet. We're continuing our hip stretch in this different position. Lengthening the tailbone. Softening the back onto the ground, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. If you're having to reach and grab with the arms, just use the strap, drape it across the legs. And now release the legs with the arms, stretch them out like a T, and roll the legs over to the left side, allowing your props to catch you so that you're supported in the twist. To come out, you're just going to uncross your legs so that they're stacked and then come up to center. Maybe we'll take some rolls onto the lower back with the knees. Just take a little bit of dynamic movement to release that, whatever feels good to you. We'll grab our props and set them on the opposite side so that they're ready. Make sure the strap is ready too. And now we'll set up for the opposite side, crossing the left leg over the right. The ankle is on top of the thigh, figure 4 with low back traction, pressing firmly into the thighs. Breathing here. And then we'll take that IT band stretch. So with the right hand, I'm grabbing the left ankle and I'm just twisting till I get to my props or on the ground on the right side. With the arms, we can either press into the thigh or reach overhead with that left arm. See what feels best. Last breath here. Bring the feet back up to figure 4 position at the top. And then we'll grab our strap. Bring the bottom knee into the chest as best you can and use a strap to just pull the shin into the chest, stretching the outer hip. Release the grip on the strap, cross the legs deeply. We'll keep the strap handy in case we need it. Taking this into the Gomukhasana legs, grabbing the outer shin or the feet or the strap. The tailbone is rooting towards the ground, extending long. The low back's not lifting. Shoulders are relaxed. Now release the feet, arms go out wide, the knees come over to the right side, your props catch you so that you're supported in the twist. Allow your body to fully let go with this twist. One last inhale. Exhale, uncross the knees and bring the knees back to center in the chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe roll again on the low back with the knees. Just a little massage into the back with the knees. And then release everything. We'll take a short 2-minute Shavasana. The legs are stretched long. Just slightly tuck your shoulders under and bring the arms out by the sides. Take a deep breath into the belly. Exhale, open the mouth, release Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath, coming back into present awareness. Bring some subtle movement to your fingers and your toes. Bring the knees to the chest. And slowly roll to one side, coming up to seated, but keep your eyes closed to stay grounded. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll take one last inhale together. And an exhale. Thank you all for your presence and your practice today. Namaste. Happy Easter.